Timberlake's back. 2013. What's up? Awesome. We are ready. Woohoo! They actually got in the Champions League. Okay, what are these guys going to do? Again, this is the semi-finals. Best of 3 match. Game number 1, guys. It is Iris versus Passion for Fashion. Iris, of course, going into this competition, ridiculously strong in the playoffs. They won everything, even beating out Full Hentai, their old rivals in many respects. Passion for Fashion also blazing through their rounds. Shen is going to be the first ban coming out from Iris. Iris do not want to take that ban, but they do have first pick. Let's see if they do let a Blitzcrank slide and if they go for the first pick on that one. Kazakh's ban is also out for the purple team, the red team, rather. Over there for Passion for Fashion, going to be Kazakhs and Amumu. The brilliant power from Kazakhs and the team fight ultimate from Amumu are not going to be seen in this game. There is no Karthus ban, there is no Sona ban, and there is no Malphite ban yet. The Malphite ban does go down, and there is no Blitzcrank ban yet. Are the red team going to pick up on this? No, they don't! They ban out the Misfortune that Iris are so well known for. They get on that, they get on the really, really great combo of usually trying to use Amumu, Misfortune, and Sona. Maybe they're going to do the same thing and get a Sona in there in general anyway. Maybe they're going to be using that. In which case, they will be going for a little bit more team fight tankiness. Not necessarily tankiness early game, because you do have that with the Sona. They're really debating this out. None of them have picked Blitzcrank yet. Are red team going to go for it? Did Iris let that slip? Rubbleman picking up the Lulu. We may see another game where he is not banned out. Oh, and Unstoppable Bro missed the sign up for this tournament. The sign up for this tournament has been on for months. It has been released on my tournament page, on the Oceanic Gaming tournament page, on the LoL NZ page, on the Team Forge page, on the Snowy Padre page. Unstoppable Bro, I am just not even, I'm not even happy with you. If you do want to get any updates on tournaments, just let me know. Talk to me every week or something, send me a message and I'll be like, guys, here are the tournaments that are here for you. So yeah, just keep in contact with me and I'll keep you in the loop too. Just message me in game or something. I'm usually on and not playing, so you can always bother me. Sona Mikael going on that Sejuani. We did see an Iris Sejuani game. I believe it was Iris on I believe it was Team Iris that used the Sejuani, and that really worked out for them. I believe it was I can't remember who it was against. Damn it. But they did really, really well in their Sejuani jungle, and the ultimate was devastating. They are picking up Lalawi with that Lalawi is picking up that Son of Fanan Kimchi. Going to be using it with the Israel ult instead of the Misfortune ult. That is just as effective. They do manage to get all of those ults off at the same time. And if someone of Mikael's ult actually has a ridiculously wide spread as well. Lolek locking in as the Maokai jungle. Very strong jungle. A really, really decently placed Twisted Vines can do anything to any lane. But of course, Lalawi will pick up the cleanse. So not looking to be captured anytime soon. Can get right out of that. Could be fine. Rogue Fire jumping on the Jax as well. Taking out that top lane and probably will be going up against Iwobizo with Plebs going up against Olaf with the Diana hitting in mid. Who's the Diana going to be mitting against? It's very great if he mits against a Katarina. So it's very great for the Katarina. A Katarina would be a decent pick going out from him here. You could look for someone like a Lux that does have quite a lot of range, but you still have the range from the Crescent on Diana. Olaf versus Jax is a very difficult combo to predict, generally because it really, really depends on the builds that they go, and it makes that much of a difference as they head into the game. Remember, guys, if you do want to grow the stream, if you do want to grow this stream in particular to spread out New Zealand League of Legends esports to the world, and I am in contact with ESL trying to do that, I am covering all of New Zealand's big tournaments. So do keep up to date here and let people know if you want to. And it is Mix. They could have gone for a way. As the Mordekaiser going to lock it? If they do get a ghost on anyone in Iris, they can turn that 5v5 into a 6v4. They managed to get that first kill out. Really great for capturing in the jungle as well, and he has a very strong laner. He does lock in as it. He's going to go mid as Mordekaiser, and he's going to try and bait out all of Diana's attacks, make sure they do nothing to him with that shield that he boosts up. It's going to be minion farming all day long. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if they did put a switch on top and bot for Passion for Fashion, purely because Jax is pretty good against Diana. He's good at jumping on her when she throws the attacks out, and Mordekaiser is really, really great against Olaf as well, because Olaf does so much burst damage early game. I'm not sure how Jax is really going to handle it. Again, if you do want to catch the other semi-final match, the winner of this match goes into the finals, loser goes into the bronze match, and the other match happening over at twitch.tv/ImSeaton. That's IMSEATON. I can spell! But I'm pretty sure that is going to happen. Where are the swaps going out? Yeah, it is just Nankimji and Lalawi. All of Passion for Fashion picked where they stood. Wait for It is also going for a cleanse there, which is very, very strange, because really the only one with CC, apart from, it's really just Summoner Mikael and Nankimchi's ultimates that are doing the CC for the team. And it is great for Wait for It to get out of that, but honestly, usually when those ults go down, it is his team caught in the middle of it. So having just one person escape from that, I don't know, it may save them 1 or 2 kills. It may save them the loss of 1 or 2 kills. There is a teleport on the Jax as well. He is looking to go down bot lane, or indeed in mid, although it's not common for that to happen. With that tele, it is usually a bot tactic. But if they do get that, that's the thing. Anti-warding and warding really, really makes the difference in a lane where you do have that teleport, as well as what Olaf has on him as well. So two teleports, one on either side on each team. Remaining sitting at 140 now. Just checking out the team fight dynamics that go into this. Of course, Iris, they are doing a lot more in terms of, they're doing exactly what they've been doing in the rest of this tournament. This is what took down Full Hentai for them. They're going into that ultimate team fight, and they're doing it in a little bit of a different way. They've changed out Sejuani for Amumu, and they have changed out Misfortune for Ayers. That's because they were banned out, but they have that sub going in, and they're going for the exact same tactic for that late game. So they've just sort of got to survive in lanes, and then they can get jumping right into the fight. But they are versus a very, very strong team, so I wouldn't straight up give it to them. And it's interesting they've chosen plebs with Diana, because Diana is a very close range champion that does get a little bit squishy. I'm surprised they didn't go for the Lux pick. They are going for that very aggressive assassination with plebs. Not an Ari or anything ranged assassination like that. And of course, Iwobizo on Olaf will be very strong. He will be tanking out everything, and so will Summoner Mikael. They've got to get Summoner Mikael and Iwobizo out there and going. Hey, what's up, Happy Camper NZ? That is a deleted link. Do put spaces between the dots, I believe. The next tournament will be the MC Internet Cafe Oceanic Gaming Tournament, and I will update you guys all on the tournaments afterwards. Whoa! And there goes the game loading, and there's my summoner. There's my icons. My summoner icons on my desktop. Lol. What link? There are no links on the stream chat, but you can put them in if you put spaces between the links again. You need to put spaces between the dots and the link, or you can just put the name of the link and not the www, and still link us to that page. Very easy, just do it again. But yeah, what is the upvote about, Happy Camper NZ? tell us a little bit about your post. I want to hear a bit more because I can't go and check it out because I am casting. And I want to hear. Deleted link again. What are you putting down? See, I can do this. I can go. I can just do like that. Don't put a www and there it is. Hey, there you go. You got it, man. So I put a www ahead of that, and it should work. But yeah, tell me a little bit about your post, because I have no time to check it out, and I'm really interested about any New Zealand posts that do come out on things like Reddit. Don't have time to find them all. Yep, it's for Reddit. Oh no, that's bad. They really hate soliciting for views, but that's okay if somebody else posts it usually. It's not okay if I post it. But anyway, we are moving into this, and it does look like Team Passion for Fashion are going upside of the map. Are they looking to go for that blue invade? They are moving into the top lane bush. This is where they are headed. They'll be looking to get in there, get a lot of good sight over there. Interestingly enough, Iris are not looking to get sight on their jungle. If Passion for Fashion knew what they were doing, they would have freely gone and been able to get in this bush if they wanted to. Just lining up the ADCs and everyone else. Come to think of it, just everything, just everyone. And those two outrageous mids. If indeed that Mordekaiser does choose to go mid, he's going to have such an easy time on against Diana if he goes mid. Thank you very much, Happy Camper NZ. It is much appreciated.
Minions have spawned.
Does end up with a long sword on wait for it, which really helps out his Q as he draws back his bow. Oh, in this firing. They do not know about this. They are starting out at those wolves. They're going to get them down before... Oh, they are going to wait for it. Why did the stun go out from Jax? It was a little bit of a misplay. He's going to be caught. Iwomazo is going to be the team feeder right now. No, it's just going to be first blood. But that does go to Mordekaiser. Going to make him even more dominant in mid. And that blue will be stolen by Team Passion for Fashion. Team Passion for Fashion getting the perfect look at what is happening. Nobody was defending that lane enough. I feel like they didn't go and get the sight that they needed. Usually you have someone up here checking whether or not they're going into the bush and then backing out if they do, and then you have sight of it and you know what they're going to do. Blue is going to be successfully stolen though by Iris, so they're not too far down. Good steal from them. No reaction from PFF going back to their blue and trying to go for the double blue. That is a very strong tactic, but it does take people out of lane for that early game, which can hurt them just a tiny bit. Getting that level 2 is a very powerful advantage. If your enemy is sitting at level 1, that extra spell is just so intense. Two Flasks up at top, they're both looking to out-sustain each other. We'll see if they do get aggressive. There is a pause going out? Okay. Yeah. And Kimchi is lagging. Okay. Then Kimchi's just gone for a restart. Come on. Come on, New Zealand internets and PCs. Oh, what's it doing? But yeah, that happened. Apparently we just died. Yeah, internet. Potato computers. That is half the reason why I'm personally trying to grow gaming in New Zealand and esports, is that we need better gear, we need better internet, and we need better presence. And if we don't go out and do that, well, everybody's just going to go overseas for esports, and that's just sad. I want to stay homegrown in New Zealand and do it. I am in contact with ESL and with people like Pastry Time. I got a shout out from Pastry Time last night. That was pretty exciting for me. He was on his shoutcast for the Korean qualifiers, and yeah, he said, "Oh, Snowy Padre, very good job." And that was really fun. And it's really fun to watch him cast and to learn from him while he's casting. They've got a very brutal casting schedule, in fact. Game Planet, TFNZ, and LNZ. Spread all the words. And yeah, if you want to get involved in the NZ LOL scene, just get in contact with me, Ian, Woody. Just do whatever you can to help out. Make your own little community groups. Helps out everyone. It's very fun. Where is this? What did pod going so long? Sorry, it is. I am blaming Wait for it for this. I think. Am I blaming Wait for it? No, I'm blaming Nan Kimchi, but I'm still blaming Wait for it. No, it's definitely Nan Kimchi. But yeah, just taking a look at what has happened in the early game. Jax has got a little bit CS over Iwobizo. He hasn't been throwing out as much axes. Sorry, he hasn't been landing as much axes as he should have. He's been throwing them out, but he's been using it to push the lane, which isn't going quite so well in his favor. Down at bot lane, though, we do see quite a dominant start for Israel, and that is because Wait for it was a bit late in the lane, starting over at blue with his jungler, stealing that jungle. PFF did steal the blue straight out from Iris's nose, and hello Legendary, how's it going? OCG in game, definitely. All chat rooms. And yeah, sorry, he was a bit late in the lane because he had to go B and then he had to jump in. But of course, PFF's blue was stolen by Iris as well. So they got that little back and forth there going already in the game. And he's back now. He's coming back now. That takes ages. That's not time. Forces me to sit here and actually analyze the game. Come on. This is totally not my job.
Has reconnected.
Go. There it is. We know he's here. I heard you, commentator. All of the health pots are down. That is something actually to note at top. For Jax, all of his health pots are down, and his water's down as well, and and Olas water's down as well. But that is because it must be that Iwobizo is landing those axes, those undertows on him. So I'm sorry, I said he may not have been landing those, but he seems to be, because those health pots are down from Jax. He's just left with the flask. He has got that early assist, so I'm not sure why he's down. He would have had a lot more gold to start out with in that lane. He has got them stacked up. He's burning all of his blast, and he is trying to really be aggressive against Iwobizo to push him out of lane. But Iwobizo is not going to have that much of an issue. He has got 2 health pots, and he knows he's got that health advantage. He's easily jumping up in there. He's going to pop both of those health pots. Going to be able to regen really quickly. There the health pots go. And admit it is the exact same story. Mix is completely rolling over. I did say this would happen. Mix is rolling over there, Diana. Diana has picked 9 health pots. She does not have a crystalline flask. That does mean she may have a little bit of problem getting out her mana when she does throw her Crescent out consistently, because it will be blocked all the time by Mix. It may be that she does not look to ability farm or try to push him up in lane at all, because it really isn't worth it. She may just be looking to scale into the late game. It is very difficult to take out a Mordecai that early in the game. And as you can see it, he is really not taking a hit. He just keeps on regenerating that shield, and he is really one-upping her. She's running, coming in, see if she can provide just a little bit of help. Maokai up in that, Maokai, I always say Malphite. Maokai is up in that jungle. Maybe get wind of this. Someone Miko coming in. There is sight on him, and they do know it. They do ping it out. And that is a vision ward. Despite that, there is a ward down here for blue. For Iris, but it is about to run out. So they aren't going to have that sight up and ready. Could give Maokai an opening, but he has transitioned up to top. All the aggression is going out for Passion for Fashion in all the lanes. They're pushing as hard as they can. And don't worry, Reno Fox and Happy Camper NZ, we are all working hard as New Zealand League of Legends players to boost New Zealand esports in NZ. Now I'm in contact with ESL. They're most likely looking to explore New Zealand, guys, so look out for a lot bigger tournaments coming your way. Now Webzo does get caught by the Twisted Advance. It's going to be an insta-kill for Lolik, just jumping in there, bursting all his spells down. That is the next kill of the game. Still going to Passion for Fashion. The ridiculously strong Iris is not showing a very good early game, but they still have that late game comp, and you saw yesterday against Full Hentai, they pulled off the most perfect, and I mean the most perfect ultimate combos. And Max Penetration, just looking at what you said, it looks like Sunny & Co is doing quite well coming in for VGR, do you think? But yeah, VGR, of course, the lead team in New Zealand, they are versing over on I'm Seaton. It is going to be Nick's Tech with Volder sitting on Nyx. Surprised he doesn't really need he doesn't really need the penetration, the spell vamp early in the game because he does have that very strong shield, but he's going for that to make him a very, very dominant laner. So it is still difficult for him to get out of situations like ganks, but Sejuani isn't level 6 yet. She can't do too many powerful ganks. If they had an insta-stun ganker like Jax or like Pantheon, they could have made that mid lane a little bit easier on their Diana. Sejuani going to transition to take over that mid lane. None of the ADCs have gone back yet. Spot lane going to be very, very stable. They're just looking to play it a little bit safe. Very real. And wow, Roguefire did not go for the kill on Iwobizo. Just checking out his cooldowns there. His jump is nearly back up, but his Empower would have been ready to go on that, and he may have been able to transition into it later. He is going for it. There it is. There's the kill from Roguefire right onto Iwobizo. And they're pausing out the game as they're going to say Iwobizo is lagging. Nankimchi saying sorry. Oh, come on, Nankimchi. I think Nankimchi is going to lean out. He's lagging like crazy and is going to start his route. Well, that's just fun, dude. That is just so fun. But again, it does look like Wait For It sitting on that longsword has gone very, very well this early in the game. It really has helped him push his lane and keep Lalawi away from those minions. At transition now, he got late into the lane. Lalawi was a little bit up in minions, but his pure aggression with the aggression with Rubbleman, of course, Rubbleman on Lulu is a little bit better for pushing because Nankimchi on Sona has a lot less health, and getting into the thick of the fight like she has to get that target on her Q does mean she's left in a very vulnerable position, you know. So the pushing has really gone in their favor, and it's pushed Lalawi out just a little bit, taking minions with those turrets, and it's now nearly 10 CS up the bot lane. And that assist is on Wait For It, although I do think he used it with the health box. He's sitting at 1.5k and 1.58, so it is roughly just 110, 120 over in gold farm. Spirit Stone is on both of the junglers. Nobody's standing out with the Wriggles, as you wouldn't want to see on a Maokai or on a Sejuani. Let's see if the Sejuani really runs in the late game. This was the exact same thing that happened to Iris in against Full Hentai. They had quite a tough beginning of the lane, beginning of the game. Early game is what it's called, because I lose my words. No, the early game was quite a loss for them versus Full Hentai, but they came back so strong because of those team fights. I'm really keen to see if they're able to pull off the exact same stuff, because they did, you saw it when they've got that team comp, they did slip up once or twice, and when they did that, their entire team got wiped. But when they landed their own stuns, no one on their team died. When they landed their own ultimates, no one on their team died, and they just destroyed, they just rolled through the enemy. If they were up against the enemy and they didn't land their ults, they may get 1 or 2 kills, but they would get aced in return. So it's a very, very risky move to go for them, and the way that Passion for Fashion can outplay them way into the late game is purely positioning. If they're able to dodge out those team fight ultimates, if they're able to get away from the Ezreal True Shot, if they're able to get away from the Sona Crescendo, and from Sejuani's ult as well, that I'm pretty sure it's a prison of some kind. It's a glacial prison. But yeah, if they're able to get away from that, they're going to be absolutely fine. But it is all about positioning, and I don't know if they're going to be able to keep that in the late game. They're great laners, and positioning does work in some respects. They will have the mechs there as well. I'm thinking if Passion for Fashion, it's not only them getting, having their positioning, I think, will shut down Iris, but being able to get the first kill with Mex's ultimate will net them the game, will net them all of the team fights that they need. And yes, Lolik is definitely right. We do need, a rule should have been enforced that it was a warning before a pause and before an unpause. They do always warn before an unpause, but no warning before the pause is a little bit meh. But yeah, apparently Nankimchi is lagging, but he's not the one dying, so I don't know why he's complaining. He's doing fine. Their lane's just heavily pushed. Sing at 9k ping. OP. 9k. The highest is 999. What am I talking about? What do you guys get for base ping over in your parts of the world or in your parts of New Zealand in general? I sit usually at about 160 to 180. 160 on a good day, 180 on a normal day, 250 on a bad day. But that's usually if I'm trying to stream. And hey, Happy Camper getting 160 to 199. It's pretty good. That's sort of the standard out for New Zealand. We are looking at getting a server from Riot into Australia, so expect below 100 ping for New Zealand. That's happening. That's coming. Just by the way. Wow. Telecom 500 gigs ADSL 2+. Anyone here on Orcon care to chime in? Anyone here on the fiber network? Because I would be very, very jelly. That's something that I'm working on. I'm working on getting an apartment in the city and getting the Red Zone fiber optic network, and hopefully I'll be able to stream perfectly for you guys. Once I do get the 400 concurrent viewers, I'm able to get what is it called? Sorry, I'm able to get the settings for video quality on my channel. So if I'm able to get 400 concurrent viewers whenever I stream, or over a certain amount of subscribers, then I'm able to get the quality setting by partnering with Twitch, and that would do quite a lot for New Zealand in terms of a stream. So I'm working hard to make that happen. I might be partnering up with a few other shoutcasters as well to make that happen, and that may come through with ESL. That may happen. Happen. I'm looking pretty soon in the spot lane for a back coming out from both of the ADCs. If that indeed happens, Wait for it is quite ahead in this, and if they do push up so much, they will make themselves vulnerable. There is a Maokai sitting there ready for a gank, and I'm thinking very, very soon they're going to be able to go back, maybe with a kill. Those flasks will be spent up top. Jax went bat and grabbed himself a Doran's Blade, but it is going to be a Philosopher's Stone on Olaf. He did not try and tank up. He's not going for the Phage straight in the beginning of the game. He's gone for that GP10. He hasn't even suffered in farm, so I'm not sure why he's heading for that GP10. Maybe just tanking out and trying to help his team out in general. And he really does have to be the main tank for his team, aside from Sejuani. That is what's going to make them get the right positioning for their ultimates. Having the enemy team focus Olaf as their center of attention. And we did see that in games from the other day as well, when Cho'Gath went in there from a lot of those teams. That is why he's banned out quite often these days. He is such a presence that you can't attack anything but him. And yeah, Mr. Com.com, Mr. Kim.com, he is providing free bandwidth to New Zealanders, but that is to spread out, oh yeah, apparently Iwobi's not been doing too well. He has been ganked quite a bit by Maokai, and that was the second kill, or the third kill coming out from the game. No, it was the second kill, and then Jax jumped on him at his turret and got the kill. So yeah, it is a hard day for Olaf at the moment. Definitely. But yeah, Mr. Kim.com is giving New Zealanders free bandwidth, but he's not giving us better internet. That's not really something he's got control over. The fiber optic network is out of his league. Which is it's quite ridiculous to say how much money's being spent. Maybe it's not out of his league, but it is like a multi-billion-dollar project. It's something crazy like that. Yeah, I was being silly. But I still am hoping for Iris to get back into this game. They will get in those team fight ultimates. But yeah, passion for fashion. Again, they just need positioning, they need control, and that is it for them. They need that first kill from the mechs getting onto a ghost, and they're able to completely roll over Iris. 11 minutes of furious theory crafting. It's embarrassing. Okay. I bet you guys are enjoying this, right? Put on some music and be like, just go have some tea. I'll be good. I've got some tea here. I think I finished my tea. I finished my tea. England. Tea. Okay. Yeah, Sej does has her work cut out, but again, they chose that mainly because they want to get the Sejuani ultimate out so that Sona can land her ult and then Ezreal can back it up. Oh yeah, dude. No, this is Earl Grey, man. This is the real shit. I think English breakfast is stronger than Earl Grey. I don't know about tea, so I don't know. It was a couple of silly deaths, legendary. The only silly death that I really noted... Oh, sorry, the 2 silly deaths. It was 2 out of 3. One was a gank, which you really couldn't do much about. The other one was a death at the turret to Jax. And that was kind of silly, because he was just playing up against the very tip of his turret and allowed Jax to jump on him and get the empowered strike on him. But the very first kill of the game, it should not have happened if they had the right sight on the enemy team, which they didn't. They all bunched up in the bush and they were like, what are we doing here? Hi guys, how's it going? They didn't even bother trying to go around the map to see if the enemies were going in for a gank. And that didn't happen. Where's it going? Maybe there is something wrong with his power cord. Okay, cheers. Cheers, buddies. Do let me know, guys, what you might like to see out on the New Zealand scene. We're getting more tournaments out there, and Barcraft NZ changing its route. They are going to become a real esports company this year. They're coming out with fresh new everything. Let me just put that out there. They're coming out with fresh new everything. And what that really means for you guys is you guys are going to get far bigger tournaments, far more planned tournaments. We're planning out a lot of online ladders as well, and a lot of online qualifiers and things like that. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be amazing. And I'm just so glad to be all part of it. And I'm able to administrate and shoutcast for all of that. So keep up to date here if you want to know about the Barcraft NZ Championships. Season 2 for League of Legends Esports in New Zealand. You belong museum. Rubbleman trying to be Asian. Fail, too keen. Too keen. And yeah, a counted lane is winning. It's not necessarily a counted lane. Olaf does have a lot of early burst. Are you referring to the bot lane or are you referring to the top lane? The mid lane was definitely counted. They did get Mordekaiser in that mid, and now Diana's completely pushed back. At the top lane, if you're talking about that, it depends on the counter, and it's a very difficult lane to keep an eye of or control of, purely because it is a back and forward. If Olaf doesn't land his undertows, then Jax can empower and stun him, and then run right out of there. But in the reverse, if Olaf gets the slow, he can run in and then put down a Axe of Fury. I'm tempted to say Axe of Fury, but it is actually Vicious Strikes. Or Reckless Swing. It's Reckless Swing. What am I talking about? He can put down the Reckless Swing, and they can trade that way. I believe it's a really even lane. That is how I would put it. But the bot lane is, and I would put the bot lane, they're losing as well, mainly because Nankinchi is both lagging and he's got so much low health that getting into the game for him is difficult. Getting into poke for him is very difficult. Roguefire may be caught out here by someone in mid-cal. He is level 5 only, not level 6. Is he going to level up on the minions? No. Not going to happen. And I have now lost complete control of my mouse in the game. Let me just try and fix that for you guys. There we go. I got the control back. My mouse is alive. And yes, it's absolutely no... oh, so 20 is now 6. She was very close to leveling. It was possible that she could throw that out on Jax, and he stayed close. But he didn't. He got mad out of there. Yeah. Yeah. Me and Ian are hoping for a Pikachu in the finals, so we can talk about Pokemon. It's so much fun. I vote Ponyta Hikaru. Just a heads up, and that mid lane mix is still dominating. He has got at least 6 farm over Diana. It is not a massive lead, but the way that he's going about the lane is very good. And he's now following the jungle winner. They're going to jump on the left. That flash going out from both teams. That was a flash from the mix. Apparently he wanted to flash in and do something, but he was already close enough to hit. That is wasted flash all across the board for both teams. Diana, of course, dropping very low to that. And the top laner Wubzo is starting to tank up a little bit more. He did get the Philosopher's Stone, meaning he's not as tanky per se as Jax starting to outcast with that Rune Crystal, probably moving into a Phage onto a Trinity Force. It still suggests that Olaf is starting to scale a little bit more. But Roguefire with those 3 kills, with that 1 kill and 2 assists under his belt, gonna be able to push him back very easily with that Doran's Blade as well. He's got so much damage output. I'm thinking when Olaf does get the health that he needs to burst Jax, he may be able to burst him down But once Jax hits level 6, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to do anything. It is the BF sword on both of the ADCs. Of course, that gold advantage has with the longsword sitting on Israel. Down goes the ult from that Kimchi, barely saving him from a very, very cool demise. And the stun going out, sorry, the Fairy Bunny going out to Lala with Rubbleman. They do manage to pick up that kill, but it does go to Rubbleman. And I'm very surprised that Wait For It stayed in there on the fight. I didn't think he checks out that he needed to get that kill on Israel, but he stayed in there and he really dearly paid for it. Sejuani coming in, cleaning both of them off the map right after that Israel went down. So it is now 2 kills from that bot lane going to Iris. They're picking a little bit back up. They're not out of this game. Yeah, they're not even out of this game. Banner, of course, picking up 2 of those Doran rings up mid, getting quite tanky. What she needs to do, because of course she is a close range champion, jumping into the ult does leave her very vulnerable, especially against players like Mix that love that close range. We can hit her in the face with a giant mace and strike her. Very, very powerful play coming up from him. Of course, starting out with the Hextech revolver.
The moon. It's far away.
Ridiculous regen. Do really know how the other game is going, Legendary. 1-0 in towers as well. Is that VGR 1-0? VGR already 1-0 in the best of 3. No, VGR 1-0 up in territory. I was wondering if it was going to be a stomp. It does look like that. I'm not sure about it. Yeah, VGR. So yeah, I'm calling it most likely to see VGR, but Sunny & Co are a very cool team. Some nice players. And it's only the first game. These are the best of 3 matches, so VGR may slip the next 2. Who knows? If they don't slip. Bullock jumping into the twisted advance. He knows his team is up beside him. Ult gets missed by Wait For It and landed by someone in Mikael. There goes the random throw out from Rubbleman onto Lolik, but it's not going to be able to save their ADC. Wait For It does manage to go down. We do have Mix waiting in the back of the jungle. He's going to try and come in here and assault Nankimchi. He does with the ult. He does manage to land at Nankimchi. Now going to be taking turret damage. He can turn around and take out some of Mikael. There's the kill. Blitz is there as well. Will Mix be able to fight him? No, the Ignite is already down on him. There it goes. The jump from Plebs barely making it. That Sona, that random Sona goes traveling around the turret. He may have been able to take a couple of hits for Mix if he was in range, but no, he doesn't even try to juke or anything. Stays in there and sees if he can 1v1 it. Doesn't make it. Goes down. And his Ignite was non-existent. Flashes are going to be up for those 2 pretty soon though. Of course, going down because of that guy. VGR is making Sunny's team cry. I was surprised. Apparently Woody randomly set the seeds. I asked him afterwards if I could set the seeds next time. He'd probably let me set the seeds next time because I do know how these teams function, and yeah. And we would be able to get some better seeding going on for this tournament. It was Iris and Full Hentai up against each other in one group. I feel like Full Hentai should have been in group 4 up against Sunny & Co. purely because they had such a tough fight with Iris, and I believe they were a bit more deserving, but Sunny & Co are a very cool team. I love the guys. Not going to diss on them at all, but Full Hentai having been out of the race is quite sad. They are a strong team that work quite hard to get there. Head of the Wellington division. By all regards, 4-6 as it stands now. The Bloodthirster is already out on Wait For It, working up on Israel, and the farm is now way ahead for Wait For It, but there is a kill on Israel, as well as 2 assists, 3 assists. I think PFF with the first Dragon. I'd be quite surprised here. Iris was so ridiculously good yesterday. We may see them go for the late game. They may be a CLGNA. They may just be like dragging it out for ages. Okay, I will be tuning down the game sound just one here for you. Thank you for giving me feedback, as it is difficult to gauge this while it is going. I did test it out last night and it was okay. You can turn up the stream sound just a little bit, so hopefully that that works out okay for you. There is the dip in game sound, and I will turn my mic sound up just a little bit for you. Oh, my microphone levels has decreased. It automatically decreased, and I don't know why. I'm very sorry about that. That's weird. Maybe my microphone equalized, but there, I have tuned it up. Hopefully that is a bit of a change. Why did my microphone settings change? Why? Why must you change all the things? But hopefully it is fixed now. Tell me if the microphone levels do decrease over time, and I'll see if I can permanently set them. Plebs is starting to get a lot more aggressive against the mechs in lane. Getting a lot more confident. Mex seems to be dropping off. He does have a Haunting Guise, but so does Diana, and she is a little bit more tanky and confident with jumping on him. Getting a bit better on timing the jumps as well, as he's not around minions. She's waiting until they go down. And that is the issue with Mex right now. He's pushing the lane. Ping is going out on Summoner Mikael, who is waiting in this bush, but Red know exactly what's going on. Passion for fashion. They're not going to be fooled by this. In the first game of the best of one, they're like, no, we're not tired yet. We know this is happening. They're going to ward there. That's right, Summoner Mikael. Walk away. In shame. Hang your head. Hang your bullish head. What you doing? There's the ult down from Sona. Summoner Mikael did transition around, and the ult is up on him. He does throw that out on Rubbleman, but no one on his team is available to back them up there, and Rubbleman does flash, so they do burn the flash on Rubbleman. But now that Sejuani ult is down for a better opportunity in ganking, and then Kimchi and Lala, they weren't there to back up that ultimate. I don't know why it went out. It was a little bit of a clutch call, and then the flash out from Rubbleman. Ult for a flash. I guess it's a good exchange. That ult on Summoner Mikael is going to get back a lot quicker, the Glacial Prison. Roguefire now left for free farm up at top. What has been happening to you, Olaf? Oh, he did go for the teleport into the bot lane. But another failed gank represented by Iris. I don't know where they're going with this now. The team play against Full Hentai was so amazing. Coming up into this new day, I'm not sure what they're doing. Awobiso has tanked up a little bit now. He has got his Ninja Tabi. He has got a Kindle Gem, probably with that Philosopher's Stone. Couldn't say anything more than looking for a Shurelya's Reverie. And he has that Ruby Crystal as well. His health scales a little bit better than Jack's, but Jack's now down in the bot lane. Also with his teleport. And it is going to be a 4v4 at the turret for Iris. They are being pushed back drastically. Yeah, I know. I don't know how to pronounce the names. Iwobiso! I say it in a way that I think is going to sound cool as opposed to Iwobiso. Iwobiso. I don't know. I'm not. Oh, I'll try. I used to say Warwick, but that's because everybody else said Warwick. I know it's Warwick, and I did correct myself there, so I will be saying Warwick if I do see a Warwick. That's how it's going to go. And it's another pause. Potatoes. New Zealand potato computers acting up again. Yeah, Nan Kimchi DC. Hit the potatoes. Oh, really, Proe? Is it Chinese? I had no idea. It sounds more epic, it does. But, yeah. Iwobiso. I just stop in the middle of the game and I'm trying to pronounce it and go, Iwobiso. Oh, I sound like an asinine person, just like on drugs or something. Okay. 15, look at that. We've already had 10 minutes of pause time. What is going on in this game? Welcome to New Zealand, by the way, guys. Here's our potato internet and our potato computers. I'm surprised we're known for sheep. We should be known for potatoes. We have like farms and farms of potatoes supplying energy. Where's it going? Yep, keeps talking. AS on hit, really. Sona is starting to tank up a little bit now. It does look like with that Philo Stone, she is looking, with that Ruby Crystal, sorry, she is looking for a, for a Kindle Gem. Moving on to a, well, what is it? It is a Shurelya's Reverie of her own, so maybe double Shurelya's going out from the team. Olaf is sitting there with a ghost, so I'm not sure why he's maining out of Shurelya's, but maybe not too close on the team. The other game is 26-6 apparently over on VGR versus Sunny & Co. And I think that was a summoner reconnect. We double check that. It is. Nankimchi is back in the game. Next minute repause. Again, if the pauses do go past 25 minutes, it is the game's just gonna commence. So, whatever. If they have that many, oh, summoner disconnected again. Oh, welcome. Nankimchi has quit. Bye. Totally not a DC. He just got out of it. He's brand. What happens if the pause runs out? Wait for it, then you win. No, it just plays it out. It just continues the game. They're trying to let it go out because they think they're gonna win for it. Oh, there we go. Nankimchi is maybe back. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You'll be here. This is a good game, and you guys can expect this best of 3 series to be quite amazing. I'm expecting a lot from these finals. If we do see VGR versus Iris, you have no idea how ridiculously excited I'll be about that. I will be co-casting with Ian for that one. You do click to see chat in spec mode. You click the little I button in the bottom left-hand corner, and you do click the chat button. Very, very easy to see the chat in commentating mode. Commentating mode. Spec. The spec mode. We are back into the game anyway, so Nankimchi is back. Hopefully he doesn't die anytime soon. He's only had 1 death on that. He's had 4 assists, so doing okay, even though all of the interwebs are going out for him. Maybe he should just live at a net cafe. Come on, what you doing? Anyway, that's going to be an Aegis of the Legion out for Loleg. And that's going to be helping his team out quite a lot. Hasn't finished anything out with his Spirit. Sorry, yeah, with his Spirit Stone. And wait for it, now sitting on an early Zeal as opposed to going for a Cage's pick on Lala. We may be looking to get out very, very quick. Sorry, very, very... Oh, as it does go in Lala, we does manage to land that clue. It is getting quite low for wait for it. Blue is going to go down for Plebs now. How is Nex going to be able to react? Somebody is called wait for it. That is the that is the ADC for Passion for Fashion. Sorry, I'm not going wait for it, guys. Wait for it. God, the name's New Zealand. Why do you hate me? Your best friend. Waits for all the things. The turret is now down for them. Are they going to push onto this? Nankimchi does have a ult up. But so does Robbleman. Those undertows are just starting to do nothing to Jax. They were pretty powerful in that early game. Now not being able to scale at all. Summoner Mikael does put quite a lot of aggression down a bot. Now that they don't have a turret, they have nowhere to run to if a gank goes down. Passion for Fashion do know this. They are trying to converge on that bot turret. And they do know if it goes down, they'll be in just the same position. Here goes the Twisted Advance and the Flash Cleanse out from Lalawi. Oh, the ult being popped out already by Rubbleman early in the fight, putting it on Loleg, using him as the tank. The ult goes down from Sona, looking for the protect, but it looks like Plebs will be caught out. Just barely. Is the ult going to go down from the mix? He's making sure he can secure a kill before it happens. Nankimchi's sacrificing herself to make sure, or himself rather, to make sure that his team can escape. Very noble little cause there. But bye-bye Nankimchi, or maybe you're disconnected. Ah, that'd be awkward. Yeah, I meant to do that. Gonna start out for a dragon now, the second dragon in the game. First one did go to Iris, I believe. May have been double for Passion for Fashion. The gold count is sitting 5k up. And there goes another ult down for Israel. Not going to be able to pick up that dragon. Trying to be sneaky. Trying to get the dragon. Didn't happen. And yeah, now Drag's gone. Pretty much. Number 1 ADC in here. Totally. Wow, it is already going to be a needlessly large rod on the mix. On that Mordekaiser. Sitting there with Sorcerer's Shoes and the Amp Tome as well. What is he going to be turning that into? Is he going to be focusing on a Deathfire? Just maybe. No, finishing off. He actually straight out finished off a Leandri's Torment. Now that is down, all of his abilities will be burning targets for a hefty percentage. There's the twisted advance on Lolik, and it looks like Wait For It is going to try and ult him out there. The slow goes down. Is the ult going to go out from Wait For It? No, he's just looking to poke on it. Didn't think they could sustain enough damage, and I agree. Good choice to save that ult, especially useful in teamfights as opposed to that 1v1 or 1v2 situation. Burning it just on 1 or 2 champs is not always a good idea. You can just let that kill slide and make sure that you can actually be effective in teamfights if they come up. And yes, way Mordekaiser. That's how it's going. Present! Everybody got Christmas tree marker. So weird. Are we moving into an engage in the mid lane? Maybe. Wait, Lolik does think he can go for it. The ult is, sorry, the twisted middle is down from the mix. He does manage to get the ghost off on Plebs. This is what I said they needed to happen. Rubbleman gets the ult off on him as well. And the ghost is already down now that Mordekaiser has quickly followed. They're focusing down Lalaway, but the ult from Nankimchi does stop it out. And it is a trade for trade. 2 for 1 so far. And they're looking for blood on Nankimchi. They do get it. PFF are rolling over Iris at this point in the game now. 6-10 as it stands. And 3 turrets over. What are they going to do? Iris, where's your team play and team fight mechanic without the combos that you need? It does look like they've been picked out of the game. They lost their ability to use Misfortune. They lost their ability to use, Amumu. And that has really cost them their team play. That is what they based a lot of their best team play around. And it's very good of Passion for Fashion to know what to ban out in that case. They got rid of the Kha'Zix, which Iris has used before to dominate. But yes, they did. They banned out Misfortune. They banned out Amumu. And they didn't ban out Nankimchi's Sona, surprisingly. But they did that because yesterday Iris beat out full Hentai with a combo using Misfortune and Amumu and Sona. And that worked out amazingly well for them. They are amazing at timing all of their ultimates in team fights. But when their ultimates don't do anything, like in this game, I mean, honestly, you cannot compare an Amumu ultimate with a Sejuani ultimate. Seriously. Amumu stuns out, he does a ton of damage, and it's a massive circle. You can't miss anyone. Seriously. But yeah, they basically got completely outpicked. And yeah, the silly bullet time comp, a black cleaver and a bloodthirster now in Misfortune is ridiculous. It is not even funny, but Iris not able to use that in this game, and you can see how that has made them suffer. Maybe they've got a little bit of a team fight coming out for next game. Maybe they will change up their lineup, or just change up the way they're using their items. It is finally a Warmogs on Olaf. That did take a little while to come out. It took a while for him to get tanky at all. But he's going to start tanking up, and I wouldn't count them out yet. They've still got that late game. They may come out with the team fight that they really love to do. .611 as it stands in the game now. The Runic Bulwark is now finished on Lolik. He mained out getting the Runic Bulwark, really helping out his team. And he's landed some very well-timed and well-utilized twisted advances. Plebs going in there, does land the Crescent, looking for blood on Roguefire. Not going to happen though. Team was too far behind. Diana jumps a little bit too far. And the ult out from Israel, trying to get those minions down so the turret is focused on Passion for Fashion. Oh, that's not going to happen either. Not even close to it. Passion for Fashion are really using the heavy early game advantage that they have to push all of those turrets, to push the lanes, get all the gold that they need. Are they going to be able to grab another dragon? Not too far away as it stands. The Shurelya's Reverie has been finished on Lulu, as well as the Ruby Sidestone. A lot of good sight coming out from both of the teams. And Chalice is on Nankimchi's Sona. That's one of the things I love about late game Sona. You don't have to stop clicking buttons. You just continue clicking buttons. Continue on your own little rotation. Oh, the knockback comes down from Plebs. That is going to be a flash forced out from Roguefire. He didn't go for the stun and the escape. That was down. His Counter-Strike just coming back up now, in fact. Forcing him to flash over the wall. They will be able to catch him next time. Or will they? Who knows? Maybe his team's going to be there to save his ass. There is already a Sunfire Cape on Sejuani. A lot of magic resist coming out from Sedge and from Diana, trying to out magic resist the enemy team. Roguefire already finished off that Trinity Force, sitting 3-0 in the game. Sona's normally they try to tank up a little bit in the early game as long as they can and as long as they're able to. But a Chalice is very strong on a Sona, but you need to know how to use it. A lot of Sonas don't like going for it because it does get rid of an item that could help out the team, like Stark's Fervor or like an Aegis. And they don't even have an Aegis, so I'm sure an Aegis would have been a very good pickup from that Sona. And then she just does all of the AoE protection in the world. But yeah, it is ideally both. A lot of mana regen works really well on a Sona because she's able to get her power chords out very quickly. And to be honest, late game Sona with a Chalice is the Sona that I prefer, because you can go, I like maining QWE power chord, QWE power chord. You just keep on doing that non-stop. Your damage output is good, your protection on your team is good, your speed is good. There's just nothing that is not good on late game Sona. I don't know, that's what I feel, man. That's what I like to go, but it does sort of build up very slowly because Sona has such a lack of health in the early game. And yeah, Locket of the Iron Solari is a nice little item on Sona as well, but it's not a common item in team games. Surprisingly, they don't want to focus on using it, I guess, and it's not that big of a shield. It doesn't provide that too many benefits over things like Aegis of the Legion, now like Runic Bulwark, which is just so much better. And yes, Giant Spell for everyone on the team. That is the new meta. It is already a Guardian Angel sitting on wait for it. Is that going to main out from our tasty little Olaf Iworbazar? He's sitting 1-4. After those 4 deaths, he decided to grab a kill. He was just waiting for it. He was just letting Jax get annoying. But yeah, Jax is going to be so annoying. Jax is a very powerful champion overall. Once he hits 6, I knew he couldn't do it. I knew Olaf couldn't do anything because he was down in kills and farm, and just shut down in the lane. So that gave Jax the real early and mid game. Jax will be strong in the late game. If he's going to be as strong as Olaf, I don't know. Olaf is maining out, getting his health. He's got the Giant's Belt. He's got the Warmogs. Don't know what else he's doing with the Giant's Belt. Maybe stacking a second Warmogs. Probably going for a Sunfire though, even though it's already on Sejuani. I don't know. Maybe Iris are looking to set everyone on their team ablaze. That'll happen. Oh, I'd love to do that. Full tanky team, full bruiser, full melee bruiser. Everybody gets Sunfire. It's just this hail of fire that heads towards your team. That would be awesome. Oh yeah. Twin Shadows is quite good on Sona these days as well. Ruby Sightstone is a must on nearly all. I would say on all supports. If you don't get a Ruby Sightstone, you're not a support in my book. You're just going damage bot. Iworbazar does get caught up, but look at that. He has managed to tank up significantly. He abolished all of those abilities coming out from PFF, but his team weren't able to capitalize on it. I really feel like they should have tried to fight just a little bit of that at least. Gotten a little bit of AoE out, mainly because he took all of that damage for nothing. Now all of their abilities have refreshed. And they're looking to come in there and stun. There's the stun out from Roguefire. There's the ult on Roguefire as well. Sorry, the ult from Rubbleman onto Roguefire, and they're able to stay under the turret as long as they want to. Roguefire is going to go down, but he's got a Guardian Angel. He does not care at all. Is Lolik going to go down? He does barely get down. Looking for blood on Lolik as well, but only one of them go down, and they get a 3-for-1 exchange, nearly a 4. Look at Lala with that sliver of hell. That is a very, very good fight on the side of PFF. And honestly, after Iris had left that fight, that Olaf was on half health. He could do nothing, and Nankimchi was just made of paper, the first one to go down. Did use the ult, but to no avail at all. They just do not have the power in the team fight that they wanted to with that combination. They wanted to get the Sona rolled out. They thought that Ezreal might be doing as well, but Ezreal compared to Bullet Time. Sorry, True Shot Barrage, but compared to Bullet Time is nothing. It is just a little burst of damage that helps you out and is available for farming in lanes. But it does not win team fights. It does not. Deals a little bit of damage though. A little bit. It can be resisted away quite easily though. That's the only issue with it. And it's made as an AoE combo. It's not. It's made as a lack of damage so it can deal damage on a grander scale. rather than just to a single target. And I guess it's sort of like that with Misfortune, but getting the Black Cleaver really, really helps it, and it doesn't do as much with Israel because it is split damage between AP and AD. Just a moment there, guys. Alright, pushing into the game, it is Mordekaiser with a Rabadon's Death Cap. A little bit of magic resist going down with, with the Abyssal Scepter landing on Diana. That'll be doing her and her team very, very well. But they really do need an Aegis in that team. An Aegis in the team. If that's how you said it. I say Aegis. What do you guys say? I say Aegis. I say Aegis. Everybody else says Aegis. That's what real shoutcasters say. But yes, they don't have an Aegis on their team composition, and it is a very, very late Avarice Blade coming out. There is the last Whisper going out from Israel. I did say that was happening. He did manage to get that longsword. That longsword early game. Right after that Bloodthirster, so I'm not sure where he's traveling with that build. Getting that Avarice Blade mean he may build up a little bit quicker to the late game, but it is very, very late to get that. It is such a good early game item to stack on gold. But with all of the Guardian Angels now sitting on PFF, that is a very, very good use of an early lead. Get out an early Guardian Angels. You can stand team fights for so long, and the mix especially is very strong on Mordekaiser because he's able to get out his Ghost. If he goes down, he's still able to get back into the fight and get out the Ghost. Just like an Aurelia coming Queen Lamp squad. There goes down the Baron. It is going to be a Baron for PFF. Here is a perfect teamfight execution out for Iris, but do they have the damage to follow it up? I don't know. Plebs is putting down to work. It is a very split teamfight. What is happening down here? It is going to be a complete slaughter, all by the hands of Passion for Fashion. Here is another issue with what Iris was going for. The GG is going out, I believe. There it is. GG is going out. The surrender vote is called. We're going to move on to game number 2, guys. This is Iris versus Passion for Fashion. Will we see 3 games? Is it going to be a 2-game stomp to Passion for Fashion? I personally don't think so, but we'll see what happens there. Let me just set up these. Let me just set up the end game, and we will go straight to game number 2. Hold up there, guys. There we go, they will be switching out sides, and it is going to be 1 for Passion for Fashion. There's that one! And none yet for Iris in this best of 3. That is a very interesting turn of events. I didn't know Passion for Fashion were going to be able to one-up Iris's team play like that. But after Iris didn't... After they lost that early in mid game, they couldn't follow up with enough damage with their ults. They honestly, in that last team fight, they got perfect execution off on their ult. They caught the enemy team under Baron, but Baron was down. They were a bit late to that, and they did lose that Baron. That means even more damage was over to the enemy team. But that is going to be 1 for Iris and VGR. Look at that winner. That's not going to happen. Yeah, let me just ignore that screen.